What's going on, everybody? Jay the Black here. I know y'all wanted me to speak on this Henry Cavill situation. I know it took me a while to get to it, but I think I can provide some commentary after a while and really look into what is being said here. Now, I just read this article from the dailystar.net, and he was given an interview and later apologized. And looking at his comments, if these comments were made 3 years ago, it wouldn't have been a media uproar. But because you have this Me Too movement, which is being used to basically attack masculinity, it's a way to put women in positions of power and to control the type of men that approach them. And I truly believe, after looking at his comments, I think I know why they're upset and why he had to apologize. Because if you look at this article, okay, or any other article that you read, he didn't say anything offensive. Mainly, one of the things that he was stating was that he's afraid to approach a woman because he fears being called a rapist. And we all know that these feminists will basically call you out for wanting to assault them if they don't like you and they're not attracted to you. Okay? And looking at his comments, it seems to me that if he was a guy that a lot of women weren't attracted to, this wouldn't have been an outrage. Okay? But because he's Henry Cavill, most women, even feminists, want him to approach, and they don't want him to hesitate, because in their mind, what he's basically putting out there is that men should hesitate before approaching women, and women don't want that. I don't care how feminist a woman is, she still wants to be approached, but she wants to be approached by the Henry Cavills of the world. You know, she don't want to be approached by the nerdy fat guy. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to be approached by the guy that she doesn't think is attractive. And when you have Henry Cavill basically saying that he's afraid to be, to approach women, that in their minds, he's basically saying that, men shouldn't approach women. Now, according to this article, it says, Justice League star Henry Cavill has apologized after making comments about the Me Too movement that caused him serious backlash. The actor is currently awaiting the release of his film Mission Impossible Fallout, told a magazine that the Me Too movement has made him afraid of flirting with women. Cavill said that the behavior of men must change, but they must retain good things as well. He said, "There's something wonderful about a man chasing a woman. There's a traditional approach to that, which is fine. I think a woman should be wooed and chased, but maybe I'm old-fashioned for thinking that. It's very difficult to do that if there are certain rules in place, because then it's like, well, I don't want to go up to her and I don't want to go up and talk to her because I fear being called an assaulter or something." Cavill later apologized by sending out a tweet that says, "Having seen the reaction to an article in particular about my feelings on dating and the Me Too movement, I just wanted to apologize for any confusion and misunderstanding that this may have created." The statement also added, "Insensitivity was absolutely not my intention." Well, see, when you're Henry Cavill, when you're part of the percent of men that most women want to date, they don't want to hear you hesitating on dating them. They don't want to hear you having common sense. They want you to go along with the program. This is a time for them to have a power grab. And what a lot of these females don't understand is that men adapt extremely quickly. And when you have guys like Henry Cavill, who's in the thick of the entertainment industry, saying this whole movement makes me hesitant to approach a woman, women don't want to hear that, because it lets you know that men are waking up. no matter what level of life they're in. They're saying, you know what, this Me Too movement, I don't want to get caught up in this. I'm not approaching these chicks like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear that. Women still want to feel wanted, even though they're pushing men away, and they don't understand that by embracing feminism and by embracing this movement, you're pushing men away, and men adapt extremely quickly. They adapt, and they understand that. And it's a shame that he has to apologize for this, but this is why I tell y'all, a lot of these chicks will never see reason and common sense. This is why they're lonely. This is why they're on social media pushing around a hashtag, because their real life sucks. Okay? They feel powerful on social media, but when they're out there in their daily lives, they're just another person. No one cares about them. This is why they gravitate towards being a part of these sisterhoods and these being a part of these groups and pushing these hashtags. They don't have anything else. And when you have Henry Cavill and others saying, listen, man, this Me Too movement, man, it's making me not want to approach women. They don't want to hear that. They don't want you to take the power away from them, because they still feel like because men want to sleep with women, so men are going to approach them, they still feel like they have power to say no or power to say yes. But when a man says, you know what, I'm going to make that decision for you, and I'm just not going to approach you, they don't want to hear that. They want men to just go along with it. Now you have a movement of men who are going their own way. A lot of these particular females who are who are for Me Too, they hate that type of movement, because it's a movement of men saying, you know what, we're not going to deal with you at all. And they don't like that because they want to feel some semblance of power. You know, they want to feel some semblance of control. And when you have a group of men you can't control them with your sexuality, or you can't control them by shaming them, but you'll shame them anyway. Some men can be shamed into doing what women want them to do. But you have a group of men who cannot be shamed, you know? And you see, with me looking at this situation, it's disgusting. It's disgusting to see in society we can't even have our own opinions anymore. People get offended. People get in their feelings because they don't like your opinion. They're more than welcome to express their own opinions, agree to disagree. But I guess you could only agree to disagree if you actually mostly agree instead of disagree, you know? I think Henry Cavill only got backlash because a lot of women find him attractive. And because of that, they don't want to hear him saying he's not going to approach women, or men shouldn't approach women. They don't want to be known as an assaulter. That's probably one of the main reasons why he's getting backlash. And what they don't understand is that this isn't going to help. Forcing him to apologize is not going to help y'all. All it's going to do is red pill more men. It's going to give more men the opportunity to say, you know what, I'm not going to deal with this. I'm not going to deal with these chicks. They're crazy. They're inconsiderate. They seek to be treated like children. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of these chicks who want to be treated like children. They want you to agree with them. They want you to pacify them. And they wonder why the relationships ain't working. Gender roles mattered because it needed to. Nowadays, you really don't need it because a lot of women can work and do for themselves. But they still don't know how to choose good men, because a lot of these women, man, they choose men who are pretty much the opposite of them. You know, you got them, they're hardworking. And then they get with men who are the opposite of that. Those men aren't hardworking. Those men aren't bringing anything to the table. And those are the types of guys who these women end up with, and they get played by these dudes, and now they have an axe to grind. They have something against all men, but you chose these particular men. So whatever issues you may have, it's with that particular person, you know. And all this is going to do, again, is going to red pill more men. You can make these guys apologize all you want. That doesn't change the fact that it's only going to red pill more men. Men aren't getting married much anymore. And you still have women out there who want to get married. You still have women out there who want to have that family, but they want to have it on their terms, you know. Some of these women already got ready-made families. And they get upset when you say that you don't want to be the one to take care of this already put together family. I think it's absolutely shameful that they, made this guy apologize, but he has a career to worry about. He's not concerned with red pilling men. He's not concerned with men going their own way. He's more concerned with his career and maintaining his base. Even if he has some idiots in it who don't like him to think for himself. And what's funny is that it seems to me that these people who get easily triggered, who gets easily emotional, they never have any truth talkers in their whole circle. Everybody's a liar. Everybody just said something to pacify the other because they cannot take criticism, and they wonder why their relationships don't work out.